you've learned something new, right? You figured out that there's still work to do.
Still work to do.
And that's all right, dude.
Yeah.
Like I have these reminders, these subtle reminders, little nudge from God all the time, right? Like, hey man, like turns out there's still work to do.
Yeah. Totally. You know, a lot going on. So got to be ready to do the work. That's what we do here. We work on ourselves, you know, and for some reason I'm reminded of that crab that sheds its shell, right? Like here I am, I go through my sobriety, hardening myself to the disease of addiction, right? And that's kind of what it feels like to me, is like I grow this hard exterior to protect myself as best I can from the disease that I know I have, right? Because I know that I have the disease of alcoholism. And I say that because when I use any substance, it manifests itself inside of me in the obsession to continue to use more, regardless of whatever the consequences of that is. And so I pick up these different tools on different levels of, you know, wherever I'm at spiritually. I pick these tools up and I do the work in that area, and it kind of creates this hard exterior. Well, eventually that hard exterior gets too heavy for me to carry, and I grow spiritually, and it's time to shed that shell again, and it leaves me completely exposed. And so I have to walk the world a little bit exposed for a little while, you know, and it's kind of scary because now I'm soft. I don't have that shell on me, and as I continue to do work, I get to continue to build a new shell,
right?
You know, that's a little more comfortable for a while. So
that's a beautiful way to put that. I mean, honestly, and again, like encouraging, right? Like, hey, man, like I know, and that's one of maybe the biggest things that I had to learn in recovery is before, like in active addiction, or even just with my way of thinking before, you know, like every time that things got bad, I felt like they were just going to stay that way.
Yeah.
Right. Like now I'm at least in a place where I can say, you know what, like, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit right now. Like it doesn't mean that it's going to stay this way. It just happens to be, you know, my present circumstances, and I will come out of this stronger, better, and more able to handle these situations in the future.
Right.
And that's okay.
And it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that, you know, it took a lot for me to accept that and to get that and to understand that, you know, like shit's not going to stay bad forever. This too shall pass. And so,
if we compare it, you know, like fuck it ain't that bad.
Right.